Good Saturday morning, friends. I know it's bizarre. I am dressed this morning because I had to leave. I had to go to town. I was running low on Diet Coke, and Jake was out of cornflakes. So two things cannot happen in our house. Jake has to have his cornflakes, and I have to have my Diet Coke. So I had to get dressed. And while I was there at the store, the little Girl Scouts, they got me. They were set up out in front of the store. So I got mostly peanut butter. Trifles are my favorite. They're just like a plain butter cookie, I guess you would say, like a shortbread cookie. These are my favorites. Then it used to be my favorite, but these are my favorites now. See, the others are mostly peanut butter because I'm not a big peanut butter cookie fan, and that keeps me from eating them. Brock loves peanut butter cookies, so those are for him. Anyway, the Girl Scouts. The little girl was so cute. She was quite the little salesman. And someone said, I hope you sell them all. And she goes, me too. I'm tired of carrying these boxes around. I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, I had to stop. I got Mason's friend, Josh and Cody, a box to take home. Anyway, that leads me to what we're doing today. Today for lunch, before we go to work, I am doing a quick chicken korma. Now, I got this, and we'll get into that later. But I got this jar. It's going to be quick and easy. But first off, I'm going to make some naan bread. Now, I have never done this before, and I was secretly hoping they had some at the grocery store, and they did not. So I'm going to try to make it myself. It's 2 ingredients. I think, Chrissy, you can't mess it up, but yes, you can. Y'all know how quick and easy it is to mess up bread. So anyway, we're going to try it. Fingers crossed. Me and you. Let's do it. So I've got my stand mixer out. Right here, I'm going to attach my dough hook in a minute. So inside my bowl here, I'm going to add 1 1/3 cups of self-rising flour. This is why I have my apron on, because y'all know I'm messy. More ways than one. Anyway, I've got some sour cream here. 1 cup. That's the only 2 ingredients for this bread. Isn't that crazy? In there. I'm going to get all that sour cream out because that is your moisture and you definitely want to get it all out. Sorry, I know that's an awful sound. Okay, I'm going to now put this on here. Put in my dough hook. Sorry, it's been a while since I've used this. You get this thing on here. Oh, for Pete's sake. Come on. Oh, there we go. Woo, got it. All right, so we're going to start out super slow and get it incorporated, scrape the sides down, then turn it to medium for 2 or 3 minutes till a soft ball forms. I'm going to shut this off and I'll come back while I do that because it's loud and you don't want to hear it and see the back of my head. I'll be back. So we've done that. I put my KitchenAid on 2 and then would scrape down the sides, get it incorporated, and here is our ball. And you're going to work it with some extra flour on your board or wherever you want. It is sticky to start. We've got a little bit of flour here. All right. We're looking good. Get a little bit of this up. All right, it said to cut it into 8 pieces. Cut it here. Stretch them in the morning. Last night at work, we were super swamped. We sold so many subs and salads, of course, pizza and everything, but it seemed like, oh, I forgot to take my ring off. Take that off real quick. We did so many subs and salads, and usually it's where I work when I'm always there, but that's usually where I work because you have to navigate the oven at the same time because you have to know when a sub needs to go in, when it needs to be pulled out. So I usually make the subs and salads, and then behind me is the door to put the subs in. So it's a whole dance. Anyway, I walked over 5 miles at the pizza shop yesterday, so I got quite a workout in. So, I'm tired today. All right, we're going to cut this into 8 pieces. We're going to cut this in half. Cut it in half again. We got 4. Get my board here. And then we're going to cut those pieces in half again. So you have 8 pieces. Okay. There we go. And we're going to get this a little bit of flour. Now it said to roll these into like a 6-inch circle. I am not a good roller. I don't know why it aggravates me. There's got to be a trick to it. Here. And then, you know, more flour for dusting as needed, and it's sticking. So let me get a little bit more flour out here. A little bit of flour. All right. So about a 6-inch circle, it said. So I think that's pretty good. Oh, can you see it? Here we go. 6-inch circle. Now, I read some of the reviews on this recipe, and several of them said they wish they would have let it sit for a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let mine sit before I fry them. We're going to brush them with olive oil. There we go. That one looks better. Just going to kind of leave them here on this. She's sticking. I'm going to redo that one. It is a sticky dough. Very sticky. Overwork it. There we go. So I'm going to continue to roll this out, and then I'm going to brush some olive oil on these, and I'm going to let them set, and then we'll be back. I'm going to finish rolling all of these out, and I'll be back so you don't have to sit and watch me. And yes, my clicker's a mess, and yes, I sanitize it. I'll be back. So we have each of our naan breads rolled out here. I let them set for a little while. How long, I don't know. Just long enough for me to clean my KitchenAid and get it put away. Honestly, you can mix this by hand. I just followed what the recipe said. So I brushed the tops with some olive oil. And I've got a little bit of olive oil in my 10-inch pan here. And I'm going to lift one of these up. I'm going to put it in. We're going to let it fry. It's going to bubble up. And while it's going on this side, we're going to hit the other side with a little bit of olive oil. They said about 2 or 3 minutes per side. So we'll let that go, and then I'll be back to show you the first one. I'm excited, y'all. Now, it's not pretty, but sometimes pretty tastes, or sometimes ugly tastes delicious. So we're gonna see. I'll be right back. All of the frying is done, so it's kind of like basically like a pancake. I put some olive oil in the pan, olive oil on the naan bread, 2 or 3 minutes, flipped, 2 or 3 minutes on the other side with olive oil. Friends, I am proud as punch on these. Look how these turned out. Now, does that or does that not look like a piece of naan bread that you get at the store or a restaurant? May not be as delicious, but I'm about to find out. I've got some hummus here. Now we're gonna have this with lunch with our chicken korma, but I can't resist 2-ingredient naan bread. Let's see how it tastes. Let me get me a I've been snacking on hummus and carrots. That's been my obsession lately. Let me get some hummus here on here. Oh my God. You're gonna smack your mama. Oh, Friends, I've got to hide this. I will eat this. I'm home alone. I will eat all of this. Oh my goodness. It's so good. Listen, honestly, that is delicious. I'm excited about this. Think about how you could add herbs to this. You could add all kinds of, listen, next time I make chicken gyros, however, I am going to make this to wrap up that chicken. Friends. Okay, one more bite. I swear, last bite. Then I'm going to hide them from myself. It's going to be so good with that chicken korma, which, stay tuned. We're getting ready to do that. So let's recap the ingredients that you needed for this easy 2-ingredient naan bread. I can't believe it, y'all. So it's 1 1/3 cup of self-rising flour. Make sure it's self-rising. 1 cup of sour cream. That was it. I don't know that you'd want to use light sour cream. I don't know. You probably need that fat content for it. So just splurge. Have the full fat sour cream. You're worth it, darlings. Have it. And that's it. Roll it out. Divide it into 8s. Roll it out. A little bit of olive oil. And that's it. This is so delicious. I'm so impressed with myself because, as y'all know, I'm learning to bake breads and things. So having this in my repertoire, woo-wee, loving it. Madison, I already sent her a picture. She loves Indian food. She loves Mediterranean food. So having to know how to make this, she's going to be super happy. All right, I'm going to hush up and I'm going to go and we're going to come back and we're going to do that chicken korma. Korma, not karma. Anyway, sometimes my south mouth and my brain don't work together. So I've got a simple, easy go-to to make this today. And we'll be back and we'll do that. Bye. So it's time for lunch. Sorry, Lola's snoring, so you'll probably be able to hear her. That's the usual. It's almost noon. I haven't had any breakfast or lunch because I ran to the store. So I'm getting hungry. So I'm home alone. Brock and his friends and Elena are gone. And they went shopping. And then Brock went out to our property. We own some land. And he goes out there and frolics. I don't know what he does. But anyway, I'm getting hungry. So we're going to make the chicken korma now. Now, I love Indian food, and I don't make it very often. I don't know why. It's something that Maddie will bring home to us. I made a curry one time, a shrimp curry. The kids loved it. It was really good. It's really not that hard to make. It's really all about the spices. But before Maddie moved out, we were shopping at Aldi, and I picked this up. And this is a korma, a curry sauce. And it's a creamy yellow simmering sauce with a variety of mild spices and coconut. So I got this at Aldi, but I also found out that I got on my Walmart app for you and made sure they sell, I don't know if it's this brand, but they sell this korma sauce at Walmart, I'm sure Kroger, wherever your local grocery store is, I'm sure they'll have this. You can make it homemade. Like I said, I've been shopping in my pantry, my freezer, and my fridge for meals, and this was back there, got shoved in the back and forgotten. I'm like, I'm going to use this before it goes bad. So that's where our whole theme was today. I love cooking. I need to learn how to do something other than hillbilly food, and I love to try different things. So my niece, her husband is from Colombia. His family's from Colombia. He's always lived here, but they traveled to Colombia quite a bit, and she gave me a Colombian cookbook, and I need to get that out and do some Colombian cooking. All right, so what you need for this recipe, super simple. Some chicken. Now I went ahead and cooked this last night in my slow cooker just for a head start because I didn't know what today was going to look like. So my chicken is cooked. If you don't want to cook your chicken, boneless skinless chicken breast, boneless skinless thighs, bite-sized pieces, and you will saute those, brown those, and get that cooked. And we'll talk about spices in a minute. But first, I'm going to saute half an onion. Optional as always. Remember me telling you a couple years ago when I got COVID, I hated cilantro. Onions were something I could take or leave. Spicy stuff, wanted no part of it. And then after I had COVID, I loved all of it. Loved cilantro, loved onions. Spice, not too spicy. I don't want steam coming out of my ears, but I will tolerate a little bit of spiciness. Okay, so for this recipe, back to it. Half a chopped onion. Now, I would do also a chopped pepper, like a red pepper or yellow pepper, but Elena's here. That's Mason's girlfriend. She doesn't like pepper, so I'm not going to put that in. If she wasn't here, that would go in also. So onion, pepper if you want. I'm going to do some garlic, minced garlic. Your chicken, the korma, jar of sauce, and rice. So I have the rice back here. And then naan bread if you want it. Buy it. Listen, just make it. How easy was that? Listen, I'm a dud when it comes to bread making. And if I could do it, you can too. Very simple, basic ingredients that you probably have in your fridge. All right, so we're going to give these onions a few minutes to saute here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use all of this chicken because I want a good chicken to sauce ratio. I don't want, more chicken than I have sauce. Because this was in my freezer, I just cooked the whole bag. It will not go to waste because Mason loves chicken. We all love chicken. It will be eaten. So I'm going to kind of chop this up a little bit better. I just kind of took it out. It was like 5 o'clock this morning. I took it out and put it in the fridge. That's the nice thing about a slow cooker. When I got home from work last night, I just threw my frozen chicken breast in there and put a little water on it and went to bed. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Just gonna chop this up a little bit into better bite-sized pieces. So I think this looks good for my chicken. I'm gonna say there's probably 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts here, depending on the size of them. Probably about 2 cups of meat. You could do more or less, that's up to you. We got our onions going. Now, I salt and peppered my chicken, and I didn't do anything else to it last night because I wasn't for sure if I was going to use all of it, and I didn't want to have one flavor profile for that chicken. So, if you're only using chicken for this recipe, and if you want to throw it in the slow cooker, go ahead and season it up with more than salt and pepper. I personally would do a little turmeric, which I'm going to do now. These are all those great Indian flavors. I don't have any Gram Marsala. I thought I did. That's a great seasoning to get. I must be out. Get you some of that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I say Gram Marsala. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody. There you go. Sometimes I'll say Warschrag. Anyway, there was some paprika and then some cumin. Okay. Now I'm not going to add any more salt because I don't know the salt content of this curry sauce. So we're going to leave that for a few minutes before we do that. All right. Onions are starting to look good. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of garlic. Optional as always. But if you want them vampires to stay away, I'll suggest you add a little in. So, a little dapper, do you? And asparagus. I've been munching on this like a snack. Had it in my fridge and I didn't want it to go bad. So I put it in the air fryer this morning. I've been snacking on it like potato chips. Good, delicious. 400 degrees for about 12 minutes. The air fryer. A little olive oil, salt, pepper. Delicious. Anyway, I get sidetracked. All right, we've got our onions. We've got our garlic. Now we're going to add our chicken back in. It's fully cooked, so we just want to heat it up. Go. Maybe I should have gotten my deeper skillet. I think we'll be all right. I've got rice going. You know, if you're a friend of mine, you've been here a long time, my family likes, not my boys, I like cooked rice. They like instant rice. So that's what I've got going, instant rice. They'll eat the majority of it. I may not even eat any rice. If I do, it's going to be a very small amount. So it's not a fight that I fight. I just fix them the instant rice. Clean up my area here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna give this chicken a few minutes to warm up, and then I'll come back and we'll finish off this korma. Listen, quick, easy, delicious. Okay, so I've given the chicken time to heat up. Now we're gonna go in with our korma sauce. Oh, that smells so good. All those spices and the creaminess from the coconut milk. Gonna pour that right in. I want to get it all out of there. I don't want any left behind. It's too good. All right, I think I got every last stitch of it. All right, I'm gonna turn my heat down for a little bit because I want this to just simmer. Get all of that chicken incorporated in there. It looks like I have the right chicken ratio. I'll bring this over so you can see that. Look at that beautiful color. I honestly wish you could smell this. It smells amazing, friends. We're gonna get all that incorporated. Go. Oh, it smells so good, so fragrant. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heat. I dabbled a little there. All right. I'm gonna turn it down to a simmer. Gonna let everything get incorporated. Make sure that chicken is completely hot, and then we're gonna serve it up. I'm gonna have lunch with you, and I'll be right back. Wait. So friends, here we go. That 2-ingredient naan bread. We've got the chicken korma, super simple with rice. I've got a half a cup of each in my bowl. I'm ready to try this. I heated up my naan bread for about 10 seconds in the microwave. Heating up very well. I want to eat it with some. Friends, amazing. You've got the sweetness from the coconut milk, and you've got the tang from the spices. You've got your rice. I honestly could eat this without rice. That naan bread, out of the park. What amazing lunch to have. Super quick. I haven't been with you very long. I'm telling you, 30 minutes tops for this meal. Comes together so quick. Something unique, something different to have. I'm telling you, try it. You're gonna love it. This naan bread is everything. Everything. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch. Thank you for hanging out with me. As always, if you're new here, like and subscribe. Hang out with me. I'm fun sometimes. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. Anyway, I'm going to have some hummus too. I'm going to have my lunch. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to enjoy this and take a break before I have to go to work tonight. All right, friends. See you tomorrow.